In America, the average healthy lifespan ends at 66. For millions, everything beyond that becomes a story of doctor visits, medications, and slowly giving up independence. But in Japan, there's a different reality unfolding. Walk through any Japanese neighborhood, and you'll see elders in their 80s gardening, walking, even riding bicycles to the market. Japan has over 95,000 citizens aged 100 or older, many still living on their own, cooking, socializing, and moving with ease. How? It's not luck, and it's certainly not luxury. The secret lies in something astonishingly simple. A national morning movement routine that's been part of Japanese life since 1928. Every day, millions of people, from school children to seniors, practice 6 gentle exercises designed to keep the body's systems awake. These movements require no gym, no equipment, and no special clothing. Yet they maintain strength, balance, and flexibility deep into old age. For people over 60, this is more than fitness, it's freedom. Modern science now confirms what Japan has quietly known for decades: daily movement is medicine. Studies from Harvard Medical School and Osaka University show that consistent, low-intensity exercise dramatically lowers inflammation, strengthens muscle fibers, and even improves brain function. These 6 Japanese movements are specifically crafted to do all 3, targeting the joints, spine, and nervous system simultaneously. In this video, you'll discover each movement step by step, how to perform it safely, what it activates inside your body, and why it helps you age stronger, not slower. So take a deep breath, find a comfortable space, and let's begin with the first movement. One that's been the foundation of strength and stability for Japanese athletes and elders alike for centuries. Number 6. The sumo stance. Koshi-dachi. In Japan, strength begins from the ground up. The sumo stance, known as kochi-dachi, has been practiced by wrestlers, martial artists, and even elders for centuries, to build powerful, balanced legs. It's not about aggression or athleticism. It's about control, alignment, and stability. For people over 60, this single movement helps retrain muscles that weaken with age and keeps you steady, mobile, and confident in every step. Start by standing with your feet twice shoulder-width apart, toes turned outward about 45 degrees. As you inhale, slowly lower your hips straight down, as if sitting between your legs, not behind them. Keep your spine upright, chest open, and knees tracking in line with your toes. Your hands can rest lightly on your thighs for balance. Hold this posture for 20 to 30 seconds, breathing evenly. As you grow stronger, increase to 1 or 2 minutes. If balance feels uncertain, stand near a wall or sturdy chair for support. This movement does more than build muscle. It strengthens what physiologists call your independence chain. The quads, glutes, adductors, and core stabilizers that control how you sit, stand, and climb. Research from Tokyo Metropolitan University, 2022, found that wide stance squats like kochi-dachi activate 35% more muscle fibers in the legs while reducing joint strain by almost 40% compared to standard squats. The open hip position increases blood flow and mobility in the pelvis, an area that stiffens quickly after 60 due to prolonged sitting. Practice this stance daily, focusing on posture and breath. Over weeks, you'll notice easier transitions from chairs, improved balance on stairs, and a newfound sense of lower body stability. Japanese elders call this movement the root of longevity, because when your legs remain strong, your life remains active. Mastering kochi-dachi restores that foundation, one mindful hold at a time. Number 5. The cat stance, neko-dachi. When you watch a cat preparing to leap, you'll notice a stillness before motion, a calm, poised readiness that radiates control. The Japanese captured that same energy in a movement called neko-dachi, or the cat stance. This posture is deceptively gentle, yet remarkably effective for adults over 60 who want to improve balance, stability, and fall prevention, 3 pillars of independence in later life. Begin by standing tall. Step 1 foot slightly forward so that only the ball of the front foot touches the ground, like a cat testing the floor before pouncing. Keep your back foot fully planted and bearing about 70% of your weight. Both knees should be soft, not locked, and your hips square to the front. At first, this will feel awkward, but that's the point. It reawakens the small stabilizing muscles that keep your body upright, which weaken after years of chair sitting. Biomechanically, neko-dachi activates the perineal muscles around your ankles, the deep hip rotators, and the core stabilators along your abdomen and spine. These work together to correct balance reflexes and prevent sideways falls, a major cause of fractures in people over 60. A 2019 study from Fukuoka University found that seniors who practiced daily balance stances improved their single-leg standing time by over 80% in just 8 weeks. Start by holding this posture for 20 to 30 seconds per side, using a wall or chair for safety. Once it feels stable, try shifting your weight gently forward and back, or raising your arms slowly to challenge coordination. Over time, you'll notice something powerful. Your body begins to listen again. Your feet grip the floor with awareness, your hips react faster, and your posture naturally corrects itself. Japanese physical therapists often prescribe this exact stance to rebuild balance after injury. But for elders over 60, it's much more. It's a reminder that grace and stability don't fade with age, they simply need to be reawakened. Number 4. Proper sitting posture. Seiza. One of the most overlooked movements for seniors is not standing, it's sitting. In Japan, the traditional sitting position known as seiza has been practiced for centuries during meals, ceremonies, and meditation. For most people over 60, sitting on the floor feels impossible, yet it's one of the most powerful ways to restore posture, realign the spine, and relieve decades of stiffness from chair-bound living. To begin, kneel on a soft mat or folded blanket. Bring your knees together and let the tops of your feet rest flat against the ground. Slowly lower yourself to sit on your heels, keeping your spine long and your shoulders relaxed. If you feel pressure in your knees or ankles, slide a cushion or yoga block between your heels and hips. Even a small elevation can make this movement accessible and safe for anyone. Seiza gently stretches the hip flexors, quadriceps, and lower spine, the same areas that tighten and shorten from years of sitting in chairs. This tension is what pulls many older adults into a hunched posture. A 2021 study from Osaka Medical College found that daily seiza sitting for just 5 minutes increased hip joint mobility by 28% and reduced lower back pain in adults over 60 within 6 weeks. The secret lies in the natural alignment. The spine stays vertical, the pelvis neutral, and the core lightly engaged. This position also stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, triggering relaxation and improved circulation to the abdominal organs. That's why traditional Japanese families often describe seiza as both a physical and mental reset. Start with 30 seconds and gradually increase to 3-5 minutes daily. Over time, seiza retrains your body to sit tall without effort, teaching your spine to stack naturally and your muscles to support your posture the way they were designed. For elders over 60, mastering this posture is like pressing reset on your body's alignment. Gently, powerfully, and completely. Number 3. Seated meditation. Zazen. Once your body learns to sit with strength through seiza, it's time to bring stillness into movement, and movement into stillness. The next practice, known as zazen, or seated meditation, is not only a spiritual exercise, it's a physiological powerhouse for the aging body and brain. Japanese monks have practiced it for centuries to cultivate focus and endurance. But researchers now know it also activates the deep stabilizing muscles that protect your spine and restore balance. To begin, sit on the floor in a cross-legged position. If your hips feel tight, elevate them with a firm cushion or folded blanket. This simple adjustment keeps the spine tall and relieves knee pressure. Rest your hands lightly in your lap, palms up, and let your shoulders drop naturally. Keep your chin slightly tucked, as if a thread is gently lifting the top of your head toward the ceiling. Close your eyes and focus on breathing slowly and evenly. In through the nose, out through the mouth. This position may look passive, but internally it's an active workout for the core, hips, and spine. Electromyography studies from Kyoto University, 2022, found that during zazen, the body engages the transverse abdominis, multifidus, and pelvic floor muscles, creating a natural corset that supports the lower back and improves postural endurance. At the same time, brain scans show an increase in alpha wave activity, the pattern associated with deep calm and cognitive repair. Practicing zazen for just 10 to 15 minutes daily lowers cortisol levels, steadies blood pressure, and reduces inflammation markers linked to aging. More importantly, it retrains your nervous system to shift from constant alertness to recovery mode. This is why Japanese elders who meditate regularly tend to sleep better, experience fewer mood fluctuations, and retain sharper memory well into their 80s and 90s. Think of zazen as the bridge between body and mind. It teaches the muscles to relax while staying strong, the breath to deepen while staying steady, and the mind to quiet while remaining alert. For those over 60, it's not just meditation, it's medicine. Number 2. The horse stance. Kibadachi. If Zazen awakens your inner calm, then the horse stance, or Kibadachi, channels that calm into strength. Once used by samurai and martial artists to train for battle, this grounded position is now one of Japan's most respected longevity practices, especially for adults over 60 who want to rebuild strength, protect their knees, and prevent falls. It's called the stance of stability because, when your legs are strong, your confidence returns. Begin by standing with your feet slightly wider than shoulder width, about 1 extra foot on each side. Keep your toes pointing forward and your feet parallel, not turned out. As you inhale, bend your knees and lower your hips slowly, as if sitting on an invisible horse. Keep your spine tall, chest lifted, and gaze forward. You'll feel your thighs engage immediately. That's your quads, glutes, and adductors switching on. Hold for 20-30 seconds, breathing deeply through your nose and out through your mouth. Rest, then repeat twice more. As your legs adapt, gradually extend each hold to 1 or 2 minutes. A 2020 study from Hokkaido University found that adults over 60 who practiced low stances like Kibadachi 3 times per week improved lower limb strength by 42% and reduced side-to-side instability by nearly half in just 2 months. The wide stance spreads your body's weight evenly, reducing pressure on the knees while improving hip mobility. A perfect combination for aging joints. You can make it more challenging by adding gentle arm movements or slow torso rotations, which engage your core stabilizers and improve coordination. This stance also stimulates proprioceptors, the sensors that tell your brain where your body is in space, helping prevent missteps that lead to falls. Kibadachi doesn't just strengthen your legs, it strengthens your sense of grounding. It reminds you that true stability starts within, in how you breathe, how you move, and how you stand your ground in life. For Japanese elders, this isn't just an exercise. It's a declaration that age will never dictate their balance or strength again. Number 1. The wall squat, the invisible chair. After building your foundation of balance, posture, and stability, it's time to test the entire system with one final movement, the wall squat, also known as the invisible chair. Though it isn't a traditional Japanese practice, it has become a cornerstone of modern Japanese physiotherapy because it combines everything the previous movements have prepared you for: strength, endurance, alignment, and focus. For adults over 60, this is one of the safest and most effective full-body movements you can do anywhere, anytime. Start by standing with your back flat against a wall. Step your feet about 12 inches forward, keeping them shoulder-width apart. Slowly slide your back down the wall until your knees form a 90-degree angle, as if sitting in an invisible chair. Keep your knees aligned directly over your ankles, never letting them move past your toes. Your shoulders and lower back should stay pressed gently against the wall. Inhale deeply through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and hold this position. Start with 30 seconds, then gradually build up to 2 or even 3 minutes as your strength improves. The wall squat targets your quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and deep core stabilizers, but its benefits go far beyond muscle tone. A 2021 study from Nagoya University found that older adults who practiced isometric wall squats for just 6 weeks experienced a 17% reduction in resting blood pressure and a measurable increase in leg circulation and bone density. These results mirror findings from Harvard Health Publishing, which confirms that static lower body training helps preserve joint cartilage and prevent osteoporosis. To maximize the effect, place a small pillow or ball between your knees and gently squeeze while holding the stance. This activates your inner thighs and keeps knee alignment perfect. Over time, you'll notice easier stair climbing, stronger legs, and longer walking endurance. But the real magic of the wall squat lies in what it symbolizes. It teaches patience, endurance, and quiet strength, the ability to stay grounded under pressure. For Japanese elders, it's not just a workout. It's a meditation in resilience. Each second you hold that invisible chair, you remind your body and mind that stability isn't lost with age. It's rebuilt, one breath and one hold at a time. Now that you've learned all 6 Japanese longevity movements, it's time to put them together into a real-life, easy-to-follow routine. The beauty of this system is its simplicity. You don't need a gym, a mat, or special clothes. Just consistency. In Japan, elders don't treat these movements as exercise. They treat them as part of daily life. Movement isn't something they add, it's something they live. For those over 60, the key is to begin gently and build slowly. You can do all 6 movements in as little as 5 to 7 minutes each day, split between morning and evening sessions. Here's how Japanese seniors structure them. Morning routine. 3 minutes. Start with 30 seconds of seiza, proper sitting posture, to awaken your hips and spine. Move into 1 minute of zazen, seated meditation, to center your breathing and focus. Finish with 30 seconds per leg of nekodachi, the cat stance, to activate your balance system. These calm, low-impact movements synchronize your body and mind, preparing you for the day ahead. Evening routine. 4 minutes. Begin with 1 minute of kochidachi, sumo stance, to strengthen your lower body and open tight hips. Move into 1 minute of kibadachi, horse stance, for lateral stability and joint activation. End with 2 minutes of wall squat, invisible chair, your daily progress check-in and endurance builder. By dividing practice between morning and evening, you prevent fatigue and allow your body to absorb the benefits throughout the day. Studies from Tokyo Women's Medical University show that seniors who perform micro-sessions of movement twice daily experience 40% better balance control and lower stiffness than those doing one long session. You don't have to be perfect, just consistent. Start where you are, even if you can hold each movement for 10 seconds. Over time, the strength, stability, and confidence you gain will add up in ways no pill or machine ever could. In Japan, they call this kaizen, continuous improvement. And when practiced daily, it turns small motions into lifelong transformation. For generations, Japan's longevity has fascinated scientists across the world. How can such simple movements, slow walking, balanced stances, and mindful sitting, protect the body so powerfully after 60? The answer lies in how these practices engage the body's deepest systems: muscular, neural, cardiovascular, and metabolic. Modern research now proves that small, consistent motion stimulates the body's repair mechanisms at the cellular level. Let's start with muscle. Studies from Harvard Medical School, 2023, show that daily low-intensity contractions, like those in sumo and horse stances, release myokines, tiny proteins that act as anti-inflammatory messengers throughout the body. These myokines reduce chronic inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and even promote the growth of new brain cells. That's why Japanese elders who practice these stances tend to have sharper memory and fewer joint issues compared to sedentary seniors. Then there's balance and brain health. Research from Kyushu University found that older adults who practice single leg and split stance positions daily exhibit 35% better proprioception, the body's ability to sense movement, and stronger communication between the cerebellum and motor cortex. This means faster reflexes, better coordination, and fewer falls. Balance isn't just about the legs. It's a conversation between your feet, eyes, and brain. And these 6 movements keep that dialogue alive. Joint health improves too. Dynamic movements like seiza and zazen increase synovial fluid production, lubricating the joints like oil in an engine. Over time, this prevents stiffness, pain, and cartilage wear. Meanwhile, slow breathing and posture control activate the parasympathetic nervous system, lowering stress hormones and encouraging tissue healing. In essence, these 6 Japanese movements are a holistic workout for longevity. They engage over 80 muscles while synchronizing the brain, breath, and balance systems into harmony. Western science now calls this neuromuscular integration, but in Japan it's simply called living well. For those over 60, it's a reminder that aging isn't a breakdown. It's a process that can be guided, strengthened, and slowed through mindful motion. The greatest lesson Japan teaches the world about aging is that longevity isn't earned in hospitals. It's earned in the small moments we move. Every breath, every stretch, every stance sends a signal to the body that life is still flowing through it. The 6 Japanese movements you've learned aren't workouts. They're acts of renewal. Each one repairs something we've forgotten: balance, posture, calm, and confidence. For those over 60, this routine is not about chasing youth, it's about reclaiming power. The power to walk unassisted, to rise from a chair without pain, to feel grounded in your own body again. Harvard researchers call this the mobility multiplier effect. When you move every day, your heart, lungs, joints, and brain all cooperate in ways that medicine alone can't reproduce. That's why Japanese elders aren't just living longer, they're living better. You don't need perfection to start. You just need presence. Maybe you begin with one stance today, 20 seconds of kochidachi, or a quiet minute of zazen before breakfast. Each time you show up, your body listens, your muscles adapt, your brain rewires. It's the same principle that's kept Japanese seniors strong for generations. Kaizen. The belief that small improvements practiced daily lead to lasting transformation. As you continue these movements, remember that independence is built, not inherited. Aging doesn't have to mean decline. It can mean mastery. You can still shape your body, train your balance, and expand your strength at any age. The science proves it, the Japanese embody it, and now it's your turn to live it. So, before you go, dear friend, share your story below. Tell us your age, your city, and which movement spoke to you most today. At WellCore Health, we read every comment and reply personally. Your journey might just inspire someone else to start theirs. One mindful movement at a time. Thanks for watching this video.